What's up, guys? So today it's kind of a sad day. I'm actually kind of sad to tell you guys this, but I had to do it. I'm sorry, but I had to. I couldn't afford it. I'm broke. I can't afford things. And so I had to sell it. So today's a sad day. And the reason being is because these are in the back of my truck. Which means they are not going back on my car. They are actually getting sold, hopefully. So I listed them for $1,500, which was more than I thought I would have got out of them. And I got a guy telling me that he'd give me $1,200 for them. So that's what we're gonna go do. So hopefully they sell, and if they do, we're that much closer to getting a transmission. I'm sorry, guys. I had to sell the ZR1 wheels. The guy ended up throwing them on his C5 Corvette, so it looks like they went to a good home. I am very distraught. They have been my favorite wheel that I have ever owned. They looked sicker than crap, but I had to sell them. So I ended up getting $1,200 out of them, which for fried rear tires. Oh. I'm pretty happy about that. But the reason I had to sell those wheels and tires is because of that. We got a built 4L60E. So that's actually got all the 4L65 stuff in it. And the wheels have supplied us with enough funds to get this done. So I'm going to have a Corvette back. Also, we got one of these guys. That, it's stock, but I don't have a cam in the car. But when I do get the cam in the car, because now this transmission can hold power, unlike the other one that we found out can't hold stock anything, I'm going to be able to build the Corvette because I've got a strong enough transmission to do it. So, oh, and if you're wondering why the truck is on the lift, recently it blew a radiator hose, spilled coolant everywhere, overheated, and because I didn't want to spend money, because I didn't want to spend double the amount of money on gas station coolant, we just threw a whole bunch of water in there, and now it's getting too cold, and so I'm draining that and putting actual coolant in it so it doesn't, like, you know, pop freeze plugs or anything like that. But that's why this is on the lift right now. So, but let's get started. All right, got the Corvette on the lift. So first things first, let's get those wheels and tires off. Guys, so tranny's pulled. So now it's time to install the new one. Swap places. Check out this new tranny though. It's freaking cool. It's shiny and not covered in a lot of filthy, nasty oil and other garbage. Ooh.
Ooh. Ah.
Where's the what?
The torque converter.
It's over here. So we've got the new tranny connected to the old differential and the rest of this. And that was what I did wrong. You're supposed to put the torque converter on before you attach it to the transmission, not to the flex plate. I left it attached to the flex plate, didn't align the torque converter and the transmission up when I installed it, and I squashed my pump and killed that transmission. So that's what I'm gonna do right with this more expensive built one. So let's get installed. Alright guys, so we've got the transmission completely loaded into the car. It is, when I started to undo the plug, it had tranny fluid coming out of it. And so, let's see if it works. Here we go.
Fill it up with more fluid.
Yeah, it definitely needs more fluid.
How did I know
Fluid.
that?
Okay, we've got the transmission completely loaded with fluid while it's running. So let's throw it into drive and see if I didn't mess it up. Alright guys, it's basically done. I've got to throw on the rear tires, but I've got everything back. Suspension, shocks, emergency brake, all the wires, brakes are bled so that I don't lose brakes. Tranny's got tons of fluid in it, and I think it's ready to go. So I'm going to clean up and take her on the maiden voyage, and hopefully I make it home because I've got to drive that. This thing has been down for so long. There's freaking cobwebs on everything. Been sitting for 5 freaking months, and it fired right up too. That was awesome. I'm really happy about that. The battery's been dead though, so I might have to get a new one. For now, it's holding a charge and it'll start, but it needed some help from the battery charger over there. So hopefully I don't have to get a new battery too. But, oh, I'm so excited, guys. Can you freaking tell? Oh my gosh. All right, guys, this is it. Wheels and tires are on, and I am so freaking happy I could cry. I want to thank my mom for teaching me to not give up. I want to thank my dad for letting me use his shop. And, okay, let's get to it. Here it goes. Last maiden voyage. Here we go. This is the last time this car is going to get off this lift before it starts driving. Oh. Forgot to undo the safety catch. Can't tell, I'm a little excited. Okay, so we've got even more drama. So I just took the Corvette for a spin around the block. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it won't shift into third, just like the first transmission. It's doing the exact same thing. So I just put it on the lift, jacked it up, had it running, filled it up as much as I could with fluid till it was spewing out. And man, if this doesn't fix it, I don't know what will. Okay, driving this car right now is pretty terrifying too, because I don't have any brakes. The fluid is basically empty, and so it's really squishy. Oh, hi, you terrified me. The freaking windshield wipers just went off. Please don't do that. Okay, it's in drive. Up first. Oh, you can't even see. What happened to my speedometer's not working either. I don't know what that's all about. Oh. Man, it's doing the exact same thing than my first tranny was doing. Corvettes are stupid. Oh yeah, and my brakes, I don't know if you can, it's so terrifying. You can't see anything because for some reason my speedometer is not working. Oh man. Well guys, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. This car, I am not taking this car home. It is still broken. It now has the exact same problem that the first transmission had. So I don't know if I definitely, I didn't dick it up on the install. Like the transmission that I have, it won't shift into third. That's gonna be the end of this video. So if you guys want to see more of this freaking hoe, let me know. Because I am seriously contemplating getting rid of it. We'll see. Okay, so after driving around the Corvette a little bit, and with the help of my buddy Pat, who's over there on the ladder.
Hi, Pat.
I didn't plug in the speed sensor on the Corvette. And I didn't know that the transmission shifts according to the speed sensor. So now that's plugged in. Let's see if this freaking tranny swap actually worked.
Was it that easy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It was one simple, I just didn't plug something in.
You cried for nothing the other day.
I didn't cry.
He cried.
I cried a little bit. A lot of it.
It was because of all that man dirt he got in his eyes, right?
Yeah, this thing is great. That's fourth. Boys and girls, I got a Corvette back. I am freaking happy. Now this thing needs a bath. Holy crap. Check it out. The new Supra. They look pretty good in person, honestly. I like it.
Oh, I was wondering what the heck was going on with those headlights, or mirrors.
Oh yeah, it's ceramic coating. It's here to get worked on.
Oh.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool car, honestly. I like it.